If all stays as is right now, Nick Mullens will be the starting quarterback for the Browns. His first start for the Browns. Not his first start in the NFL. Made several with the San Francisco 49ers. Alex Van Pelt talked about Nick Mullens and him being ready if his number is called.
Nick's another guy that's played football in the NFL and had success. So the work he's put in with T.C. McCartney on the side, they go through the same script as Baker would on a practice day. I know he works hard, in the film room and on the side at practice, stays out after practice and gets opportunities with the other guys. If something were to happen and we needed Nick to show up, I have confidence in him as well. I know he's put the work in and he's had success in the league as well.
Let's welcome in Mary Kay Cabot, Browns beat reporter for the Plain Dealer as well as cleveland.com. So Mary Kay, that's kind of interesting to note that Nick Mullens goes through the same game script. That's something you don't know with a third-string quarterback who's on the practice squad, what they do during the week. Now we do.
Well, he comes from the same system that these guys run. I mean, he spent the first 3 years of his career in San Francisco with Kyle Shanahan, and it's that same Shanahan-Kubiak offense that Kevin Stefanski runs here. So there's a lot of carryover, and it would sort of be a seamless transition. However, of course, Nick Mullens is not Baker Mayfield, and he's not Case Keenum. So ideally for the Browns, one of those guys will make it back by this Monday game now. And both of them, I'm sure, are probably asymptomatic, considering that, we stood out there watching Case Keenum practice the other day, the same day that he tested positive. So he's probably asymptomatic too. I think one of those guys has a chance of getting back. But as you mentioned, if Nick Mullens plays, they'll run the same scheme.
Yeah. And again, it's a unique thing. It shows the level of planning that Kevin Stefanski and Andrew Berry did to get a guy that if they needed in a pinch, and we're in a pinch, who has played in the NFL, has started in the NFL, has won in the NFL, and oh, by the way, he's kind of familiar with the system.
Yeah, the terminology and everything is just so very familiar. You don't have to try to learn to speak a new language, and just all the concepts are the same, and it just goes very smoothly when it's like that. And those guys are pretty regimented. When you've got the Kubiak Shanahan thing going on there, it carries over from place to place and from year to year. So I don't think they'll have too much of a problem that way.